Let's play a quick game. I want you to think about the last time you got paid. Maybe it was Friday, or maybe it was the first of the month. You saw that money hit your bank account, and for a split second, you felt relieved, maybe even a little rich. But then life happens, right? You spent $5 on a morning coffee, $15 on lunch because you didn't prep anything, $50 filling up the gas tank, and then suddenly Netflix, Spotify, and that gym membership you never used all auto-renewed on the same day. And by the time you actually sat down to look at your bank account, half of that money was already gone. This is the reality for 90% of people. They treat your bank accounts like a bucket with a hole on the bottom. They pour water in and then they hope it stays full long enough to pay the rent. The reason this happens is not usually because you're not making enough money, though I know things are tight right now. The real reason is that you don't have a paycheck routine. If you're new here, hi, I'm Fawani, and on this channel, we talk about practical finance, building wealth, and escaping the rat race. I spent years working as a budget analyst in the Coast Guard and the US government. You think I'd know better, but I've spent a lot of time making money mistakes so you don't have to. I'm breaking down the exact 5-step financial waterfall routine to run every single time you get paid. This is a priority list, so you don't move to step 2 until step number 1 is done. Let's imagine your paycheck just hit your bank account. Here is step number 1. The very first thing you need to do before you buy a single thing is separate your wants from your needs. Now, I know you've heard this 1,000 times, right? Don't buy avocado toast, blah, blah, blah. That is not what I am talking about. I am talking about calculating your survival number. I want you to grab your bank statements from the last 3 months. We're looking for your fixed costs like rent, utilities, insurance, basic groceries, and minimum debt payments. If you lost your job tomorrow, this is the number you need to hit to keep a roof over your head. Ideally, this number should be 50% of your take-home pay. But let's be real, rents are crazy right now, so maybe you're at 60% or 70%. However, if your survivor number is 95% or 100% of your paycheck, then no amount of investing hacks are going to save you. You have a bleeding problem, my friend, and you have 2 hard choices. Number 1, you have to slash the biggest expenses. You can move, get a roommate, or sell the car and downgrade. Number 2, focus entirely on increasing your income. Once you know your baseline, you need to execute a subscription purse. Look for those vampire calls like streaming services or apps you haven't used in a month. Go ahead and cancel them. Be ruthless. And once your survivor number is covered, don't go shopping yet. We have to build your defenses. Step number 2 is about stop living on the edge. I call this building your SWAN fund, SWAN. It stands for sleep well at night, because if you're relying on your next paycheck to solve a crisis today, you're basically walking a tightrope without a net. So, with the money left over after step 1, we're going to go ahead and fill this bucket. Your first target is to get $1,000 in cash fast. Sell stuff if you have to. This stops you from having to use a credit card just because your tire blew out. Your second target is to eventually build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. This is your survivor number we just calculated. Now, here is a secret sauce. Don't leave this money in your normal checking account. If it is sitting right next to your debit card money, you're going to spend it. You're going to convince yourself that a new TV is an emergency, and it is not. You need to open a high-yield savings account. Your normal big bank is probably paying you 0.01% in interest. That is an insult. Look for an online bank like Ally, Marcus, or something similar that offers 4 to 5% interest right now. Remember, this is not an investment. It is your insurance. It buys you the freedom to not panic when life goes wrong. Okay, your needs are paid and your safety net is full. Now we've arrived at the part that I usually get some hate comments, which is step number 3. If you have high interest consumer debt like credit cards, payday loans, or car loans with crazy rates over 7%, I want you to stop investing. I know the finance brothers on TikTok are screaming at me right now, but Fawani, what about compound interest? Listen to me, the math does not lie. The stock market on a good year returns around 8% to 10%. Your credit card is charging you 20% to 25%. If you're earning 10% but paying 25%, you are losing money every single year. It is like trying to run up an escalator that is going down. Your debt is a parasite and it's eating your future. You have to eliminate it. So take every single spare dollar left from your paycheck and attack this step. You can do this the math way by paying the highest interest rate first, or the psychology way by paying the smallest balance first just to get a quick win. I honestly don't care which one you choose. Just pick one and get aggressive. You cannot be financially free while you owe MasterCard 25% of your life energy. All right, you've survived, you saved, and the parasites are dead. Now and only now do you earn the right to step number 4, which is the wealth engine. This is the fun part. This is where money starts working for you instead of you working for it. Ideally, you want to aim for investing 15 to 20% of your paycheck here. But don't just throw that money into a random stock trading app. There's a hierarchy here too. Priority number 1 is free money. If your employer offers a 401k match, go ahead and take it. If you put in 5% and they match 5%, that is a guarantee 100% return on your money instantly. You're never going to find a better deal than that anywhere. Priority number 2 is the tax shield, okay? If you're in the US, then look at a Roth IRA. In the UK, look at a stocks and shares ISA. The beauty here is that you pay taxes on the money now, but the growth is tax-free. If that account grows to $1 million by the time you retire, the government is going to get zilch. Priority number 3 is the boring strategy, okay? Once the money is in those accounts, what do you buy? Don't try to find the needle in the haystack. Just buy the whole haystack. I recommend low-cost index funds or ETFs, like ones that track the S&P 500. You basically own a tiny piece of the biggest 500 companies in the United States. If one fails, you are fine. Historically, this boring strategy has turned thousands of normal people into millionaires. And the most important part is automation. Set it up so the money leaves your bank account the day after payday. If you don't see it, you're not going to spend it. If you've done step number 1 through 4, then congratulations, you're already winning. Seriously, you're ahead of 99% of people. But if you're impatient like me, then that brings us to step number 5, the accelerator. This is for the remaining 5% to 10% of your money. This is free money to you. Now, most people put this step first. They're out there buying crypto or risky penny stocks while they still have credit card debt. That is gambling and not investing. But once your foundation is set, you can use this money for high-risk plays if you want. But honestly, the best investment you can make with this money is in yourself. Buy the books, buy the courses, fund the startup cost of a side hustle. Buying $50 of Bitcoin might turn into $100, but spending $50 on a book that teaches you how to negotiate a $5,000 raise at work, that is an infinite return on your investment. Your routine is everything, okay? Look, here is the truth. Getting rich is not about hitting a home run. It is about hitting a single every single time you get paid. It is just your routine, okay? So first, cover your survival. Second, your defense. Third, kill the parasite. Fourth, automate the wealth. And fifth, accelerate with what it is left. Now, if you look at this list and you think, I can't even get past step 1 because I just don't make enough money, then your focus should not be on saving $3 on coffee. It needs to be on earning more money. And if you want to know the fastest, most realistic way to save $10,000, even on a low income, then check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you over there. And before I let you go, I'm Fawani, and I want you to always remember that the best time to invest in yourself was yesterday. The second best time is now. You got this.